What's up, y'all? Back and I'm better. Look at my nails. Aren't they cute? Yeah, back with a new video, you feel me? You know, I had to step away for a little bit because big grad, Tariq, shout out to Tariq, big grad, University of Oregon. Now he's on his way to Ghana, so that's just a little slight flex for the one time. Yeah, so that's why I was out. I was in Portland for a little bit, and now I'm back in Parker, Colorado. Right? So this little segment is about stepping out to the next adventure. And Colorado is currently my next adventure, if that makes sense. So I moved out here for the summer, pretty much. I got back from Ireland, spent the month at home. Dad got married, did all this stuff. And then my teammate from college, she was like, come out to Colorado, you could work here, you could da. So the whole time, even when I was in Ireland, I'm checking in, I'm like, girl, you still want me to come? Girl, you still want me to come? And she like, yeah, I still want you to come. So, yeah, come on. Yeah, come on. So I'm like, okay, get on the phone with her. She like, bro, come on, da. This is when the first things start. Here's all this stuff. Like, I got a place for you to stay. I got this, I got that, I got that. So I'm like, all right, book it. Book the flight on like May 31st. Came out here, I think it was like a little over 2 weeks. And then flew back, and now I'm just back here. And I'm gonna be here through like August, probably till my birthday. And y'all, when I say like, it was like a plan, but like, you know when people talk about stuff and you be like, yeah, and it never comes through. It never comes to fruition. But this one did. And I was scared. I ain't gonna get. Your girl was scared. I booked the flight because I tend to do things like sporadically sometimes, like sometimes I have a bucket mentality, like bucket we ball. Let's just do it. But most of the time I'm like, scary, right? So I booked the flight, everything's happening. It's getting closer to the time. How come every time it's getting closer to the time you're supposed to do something, you get a little bit scared? I was scared. I didn't even want to go. I was scared. I didn't even want to go. But I went. That's the main point. And yes, you know, people be like, oh, you can just work at home, yada. But here's the thing. Last summer I worked at home. It was a cool little vibe. It was my first real job and like whatever. But it was like, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not do something different? I'll never be at home anyway. And sometimes it just be, I don't know, I'm in a stage of movement all the time. You know, I ain't in a stage of settle. Eventually I want to be settled. But doing what I do, playing basketball, traveling, all that stuff, I'm always in and out, on the go, right? So yeah, I could have stayed at home and work, but like, this is something new. It's a new experience. The only time I ever been in Colorado is for basketball. We had a team in my conference. We would go every year, but we didn't see nothing. You know, we was in the telly, to the game, to the gym. You know, I see nothing. And I ain't never been in this part. No, this part, it's giving rich. It's giving different. I ain't never lived like this before. I don't know why that's funny, but I ain't never lived like this before. Now, granted, I still live like me, but I'm in the burbs, you feel me? Like, I'm in the burbs when all the houses look the same and it's far away from everything, right? Now, that seems good, but it be bothering me because me, like I said, I'm in a stage not of settle, not of anything. So, a lot of times I be having to depend on people, and I don't like that. I like getting places or doing stuff and figuring stuff out on my own. I don't like waiting for people. One of the quotes I said, I really hate when my time is wasted and I'm not the one doing it. Okay? If I'm not wasting the time, I'm getting mad. I'm getting upset because what are we doing here? We could handle business, you feel me? And that must be the athlete in me and all that stuff. But like, if we're not handling business, what are we doing here? You feel me? So, anyways, let me back up a little bit. So I was telling y'all that I had a little bit of fear, and I just feel like with me specifically, and maybe some of y'all feel this too, when you finna do something that may be good for your spirit, that's good for you and your whole being, that fear creep in and be like, girl, don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. You don't want to do it, just stay there. Just stay at home, just be comfortable. Like little Chris said, just be comfortable. But how am I supposed to grow if I'm comfortable all the time? How am I supposed to grow if I'm comfortable all the time? So I just feel like that let me know, like when I be getting scared before I'm about to do something, that be letting me know, all right, girl, you should do it. Sometimes it don't be fear, it just be other stuff. But in this case, it was like, girl, you shouldn't do it, you should just stay home, because the fear of the unknown. Like I said, I ain't never lived in Colorado before. I ain't never been to this part. I don't know what's going on out there. I get out here and my friends say this, this, and that, and it's not this, this, and that. And then that's really gonna piss me off. You feel me? But the point is that I think when I was talking, I forgot who, I was talking to somebody about it, like, I don't know. If it don't work out, at least I tried. At least I tried, and I could turn back around if it's really not giving what it's supposed to give. You feel me? So just try. Just try. Just go. And I feel like that little stage of like fear or like doubt is normal. When you about to do something great. When you about to do something great. So I went, and immediately, y'all, I was frustrated. Now I also feel like spiritually, that's the enemy trying to get me. That was the enemy trying to get me. Because like I said, I had the fear. I'm like, oh, what if this, and that. And I get out here, and it's like a bunch of things frustrate me, so I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. But then I be having to take a second. I be having to talk to my dogs. I be having to breathe, really talk to God, really think it out. Like, girl, what's really going on here, right? So like I told y'all, I'm in a stage where I kind of do be dependent on people, and I'm coming in a space that ain't my space. You know what I'm saying? Like, I agreed to come out here and all this stuff, so it's a little bit dependent. Me, the way I operate, I'm on a schedule. I get up, I do this, I work out, I go to work, I lay down. You know, I like to do that. And I like to know what's going on. So if I don't know what's going on, it's gonna piss me off. If I don't know what's going on. If you just making these plans and you, oh, let's do this, no, if I hopped in the car, you said we was going to Target, and that's it. Don't take me to Target, Walmart, don't take me on a shopping spree, no. Because in my head, I'm like, we're wasting time. I had all these plans that I made, even though they ain't like extravagant plans. I said I was gonna do this. You messing up what's going on here, right? My friend, she operate different. They operate, she a vibe. You know what I'm saying? She here. I like to know the day in advance what we finna do, what's finna happen. Okay, so I can plan it out, so I can be prepared. I don't like being unprepared. But I'm like, all right, girl, sit back and think. This is another moment. It's another moment of adjustments, another moment of adaptation, right? And I feel like in that moment, it could have been so easy. And yeah, I wanted to quit, and I wanted to be like, maybe I'm not supposed to be here. It's not for me. It's not for me. Maybe it's time to go, because they're not doing the things I want them to do, right? And then I'm like, no, girl, you always know how to adjust and how to navigate and how to figure this shit out. So that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna figure it out. So I never see myself as a girly who, you know, I get up early and I get to that. But I don't get up early. Like 7 a.m., that's early, but like not too early, I think. So I'm working these camps out here, 9 to 4. I have to figure out how I'm gonna get my work in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm a girl who wakes up at 7, not any time before that. But because of the adjustments and the things I'm doing, you're gonna have to be a girlie who wakes up earlier than that. So guess what I did? Became a girlie who woke up earlier than that. figured out how to get your spots in. It's kind of like basketball. Look, it's kind of like basketball where you figure out how you gonna get on the court, and for some people it's scoring, and for a lot of people it's not. So for me, in the beginning, it wasn't scoring. I had to figure out how to do other stuff to get on the court. So that's what I had to do. So I'm over here adjusting, doing all this so I don't quit. Now, granted, I like the routine aspect of it, but I still be getting mad because I'm like, you said we was finna do this, now we doing this. You said we did. But then I'm like, you know what? That's who they are. That's who they are, and you know this to be true. So what are you getting mad about it before? You know what I'm saying? Like, why get mad about, you literally know, girl, that this is how they operate. So what are you gonna do? Adjust. You're not gonna shut it all down. And I feel similar when I went to Ireland. So when I went to Ireland, it was like the same thing. Like, it was like scary because, you know, it's my first time out of the country. All that stuff. I'm like, oh my God, like, do I want to be here? Yada, yada, yada. I get there. They feeding me sandwiches with chicken and butter and coleslaw. And I'm like, no, I'm not supposed to be here because I'm not eating that. I'm not eating that. Then they just want to call me. First of all, I'm jet lagged. Let me sleep. Then, you know, with just a bunch of stuff, I'm like, am I supposed to be here? They getting on my nerves. These people is getting on my nerves. Then I had to sit back. I had to relax. And what I had to do, figure out what I was finna do to stay in this environment because I worked too hard to get here. So I'm gonna figure it out. So once I was able to settle in and figure out how to get what I need to get in these certain realms, then it's all good. But I do always start off getting mad first. Getting mad, getting angry, getting attitude, which is fine. It's fine. You need time to process it. Once you process it, get to the bag. That's how I operate. So I'd be mad first. I'm like, in Ireland, I'm like, we only practice 3 times a day. But then I'm sitting on the other side. I'm like, oh, we only practice 3 times a week. I got more time to do all my other stuff. Oh, we only do this. I got more time to do other stuff. I get mad because now this is just Ireland. It might be a European thing. Like, I just feel like they don't operate. You know how I said I'm like, That's probably the American in me. They don't do that over there. They just be going with the flow. They know they got certain times. They say we practice it at 7. We don't start till 7:20. I'm trying to be out here by 9 p.m. I already need to be in bed by 10 p.m. So you're messing up my sleep schedule. You know what I'm saying? So I'll get mad about stuff like that. But then I realize this is who they is. This is who they is, girl. They ain't gonna change. Now I know who you is too. You gotta adjust. Until I get into my own space of like, I'm always have to adjust. I'm always have to figure out. So that's really all I'd be saying. Like, you know, I'm just always moving around. I'm always doing something. I always gotta adjust. I always gotta get mad real quick and then get to the bag. And then when I get to the bag, we see the success. And I just feel like, let me try to end it here. In those places where you have like fear or like almost those butterflies or those frustrating moments where it's kind of like battle testing you to where, is you really about that action or not? Is you about that action or not? I think it's like, yeah, you about that action. And on the other side of being in that frustration and be like, yeah, I'm about that action, that's when the greatest blessings come. With my name on it. That's what he said. But that's when the greatest blessings come, especially for me. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Once I work through those frustrations, because they're always initial. They're always right then. Or like, you know, spiritually when they say like a bunch of stuff be happening and it's because something greater is on the other side. The enemy always be trying to get you mad because you know something next. Literally happened in Ireland too. I was finna leave. Like, it was almost time to go. And we in the championship round. I don't know what happened. I'm like, I'm heated. I'm pissed. I'm da-da-da. My godmom gonna say, you know that's the enemy. It's cause you finna come home. They trying to make you mad. They trying to mess up your bag. She didn't say it like that, but that's how I interpret it. But it's like, you're right. So work through them frustrations, because the greatest blessings on the other side. get to the bag because you're about that